said if it goes wrong, it's your fault. No, do you know what, Gladys? I won't put you through that. I'm going to do this for you because I did say that there was maybe a matching pair after you shouted stop. And the reality is that these are all matching. All matching. All matching. All matching. All matching, Gladys. All matching. All matching. All matching. All matching. Matching again, Gladys. Matching again. Matching again. And matching again, Gladys. The only pair you stopped on was the non-matching pair. But Gladys, I've got to tell you a secret because these are my favourite socks as well. To the point where, just to prove that everybody who is on a Zoom or a messenger call is wearing something underneath. You see, my sock right here, Gladys, the one you picked, was that one. And guess what, Gladys? I thought I would wear that one for you as well. Gladys, you stopped on my favourite pair of socks. In fact, Gladys.
You're lucky that Christine mentioned socks.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, do you know what? Even this, Gladys, will you be able to stop on my favourite card as well? Gladys, would you just shout stop for me?
Stop!
There. Right, I'm just going to show you the card you stopped on with the cut. Obviously, I can see it. Can you see that that card is?
8 of hearts.
The 8 of hearts. And the funny thing is, Gladys, on those socks, it's upside down, but there's a heart.
Yeah.
And also, Gladys, there's the number 8. Oh, Gladys, that was brilliant. It wouldn't have worked with anybody else. I bring out my wallet, and I do it that way. And you will see that there are a choice of cards. But one of them is your card. Tom? You'll say that's the top one, and that's the bottom one. Which one do you think is your card?
The bottom one.
The bottom one, this one here?
Yes.
No.
No.
Sorry, Tom. You are right, yeah. You only get one guess, though. But, yeah, the top one was your card. Actually, I'm just going to open this up right here. And go into here. Which is always stuck when I'm trying to get this out here. Now, it's not the best envelope to see, but there is a sealed envelope right here. I'm going to open this up for you. And in this deck right here, envelope right here, is one card. And you'll see it's folded. And when you open it up, this is your card. The beginning of the show, which was half hour ago now, I mentioned I did a card trick where it was only card face down, and I mentioned certain things about cards. I'll explain more clearly now. Now this deck of cards I've numbered.
Right, yeah.
These are going to be numbered from 50. Everyone's got a number on it. Everyone. 23, 22, 20. Some are in order, some aren't. Rosalind.
Yeah?
Number 1.
Yeah?
being at the bottom. I think I've just slipped up and showed you what number 2 is. But Rosalind, what do you think is the most common card? When I ask someone to think of a card or name a card that's I've got a prediction for, what do you think is the most common card? Any idea?
Yeah, Queen of Hearts, I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, Queen of Hearts. What would you say was the second most?
Ace.
Exactly, right. So you're kind of almost there, because the most common card is actually the Ace of Spades. Now, the weird thing is, I'm not sure if the guys... It seems to be, if it was a female, they kind of go for the Queen of Hearts. The males kind of go for the Ace of Spades. Did anybody think of the Ace of Spades as the most common card? Anybody? Just put your hand up if you did. Yeah? So not as many as I thought. That's fine. So the most common card when I'm performing is... and then the second most common card is the Queen of Hearts. However, Rosalind, there's never a third most common card. I mean, I don't think anybody would agree on the same card. It'd be interesting if I asked you to name a card which you think is the third most common card, and if anybody agrees, everybody have a think of a card, what they would say or deem the third most common card, okay? But Rosalind, I'm just still gonna interact with you on this. Rosalind, now that everybody's thought of what they think is the third most common card, what do you think is the third most common card? This is good, because...
I don't know, Jack?
Yeah, okay, of
Spades?
Jack of Spades, yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just going to throw it out there.
Okay. You can throw what you like. I don't mind, I'm nowhere near you. So, there's the third most common card. I had it right there. Did anybody else think of the Jack of Spades?
No.
Nobody. Wave your hands if you did. If anybody else thought of the Jack of Spades. Nobody else. Perfect. Right. So again, everyone was marked differently. Rosalind, the third most common card, the only card I had a number 3 on, was the Jack of Spades. And that was the next card that I took. That was the next card I took. This is the weird thing, Rosalind. You see, I only showed you the backs of these, apart from 3 cards. Because the other side didn't have any faces at all. There was only ever 3 cards, Rosalind.
Oh my God, that's so weird. Oh
my God. I think Rosalind deserves a clap for that. I'm going to give you a clap for that, Rosalind. That actually made me look good. But I'm going to show you something inside there, which is a folded card. Okay? Folded card. Can you see it? And right throughout that performance, we always had the 9 of Spades. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It's been an absolute privilege to be with you all this evening. And sometimes I think these kind of things are even more fun. But you know, again, a thanks to Tony as well for trying to put all this together. I do some of these not very often, and the reason being is because they can be technical nightmares. But it's kind of been fine. So a big thanks to Tony for getting it absolutely spot on. Have a lovely evening, and I wish you all a very Merry Christmas as well, and a happy birthday to Gladys as well. I know that's coming up as well. So it's a pleasure. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much for having me. Maybe one day next year or in the very near future we'll come together again. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now.